Hey guys, Fuchsia here, and today I'm going to show you a bit of Haven magic. So, I tried Amulet Haven day 1. It did not work. Instead... oh goddammit, okay. Restart. Hey guys, Fuchsia here. Today, it's a very special deck. So I tried Amulet Haven day 1. It did not work. It was very sad, and I tried Ward Haven and it did not work. I tried Amulet Ward Haven and it was high rolly, but it worked for day 1. Now though, it's not day 1, and people, including Essia, who played in a show match on my stream on Twitch, twitch.tv/Fuchsia the Biscuit, he played with this and beat Justin with it, even in the Havencraft mirror. So I was like, oh yeah, maybe Amulet Haven is legit. So I yoinked this list and I tried playing with it, and it's pretty good. I got quite a large win streak for my standards in there. And basically what happens is that you don't rely too much on like Selena high roll into like full proc anymore. You basically just try and like you still try to make big turns, like you still pawn out like and try big turns. But at the end of the day, you still have like an actual win con in Jotalon. And that stabilizes you, like gives you followers, stabilizes you by healing you, and also deals damage to the face. And you have a lot of Stormers here, and what that does is that when Frigg pops your amulets, even if it's just 2 or 3 followers, it's gonna be Storm followers, and that's actually very useful to finish out the game. So actually this is a very cool Amulet Haven version now in this expansion, and I'm excited to play more of it. But I wanted to show you guys a few games, so hope you enjoy. Okay, so first match I wanted to show you was against Forestcraft.
I won't let my sins define me.
So going first is actually pretty good for this deck. It's pretty good depending on your outlook, and your starting hand really depends, dictates your game plan if you're going to like be a full like go full on like Selena board, or if you're going to like try to proc as many amulets to go for Jotalon later in the game. So just because you can't turn 4 or 5 Selena anymore, just because you can't turn on 5 Selena doesn't mean you lose anymore. And here we see 3 Unicorn Altars and the Fortune's Vow. Just because I have the Fortune Vow and 2 Unicorn Altars, that's why I just kept them all, so I can play both of them now. This way I have a better chance of drawing Selena on 5, or like just clearing a bigger board later on. Because usually you do want like your amulets to pop together, but it makes a big impact on that turn. And I know Peace Call Arya has a countdown 3, so that's one of the reasons I played them on turn 2 too. Otherwise I'd pop 1 at a time, which is not as good. This is not an amazing hand though, which is why I just played amulets. I thought the pattern is basically, okay, let's try to like fuel Jotalon as much as possible. Like maybe if we draw Selena, just play it. And unfortunately we did not draw Selena, so I just played the Vengeful Sniper, get rid of a fairy here by banishing this thing. But it's just kind of annoying because this thing does create many fairies. But yeah, just trade into the Fairy Slacker. 1 Playpoint Unicorn, pretty good. One of the benefits of playing Unicorn, 3 Unicorn Altars. They're playing Windfall Fae, which means they're digging for their Aria. They do not have the Aria yet. Cactus is a bit weird, but I guess it kind of works for like adding damage. Either way though, they're still digging. They're dealing some damage, some amount of damage. Again, this will heal us for 3, and this will heal us for 2, and it'll also summon the board for us. We did get lucky and just get to target the entire like value board. So I just play the Unicorn here, just to heal a bit and then have a big follower, and also play the other Unicorn. I could have played the Prisma Plume Bird. But honestly, I've been burned too much by this bird, by it just like the late amulet kind of blocking like my Frigg plays, like kind of not being optimal for Selena and stuff like that. So I decided to just make a big board and then like use the remaining 3 life points to draw. I could have went face, but just because this has like give Fairies Bane. I decided not to do that and just make a biggest board as possible. They can heal it out pretty easily with Fairy Slugger anyways. Now they play the Aria. That might be a misplay though. That right there might be a misplay. Maybe they were too excited and and played it before the Evo. That's kind of funny. I didn't notice that actually. Here we go. So able to clear this board except the 6-4. Leaving up the 6-4 instead of the 5-5 is intriguing for me, just because I don't have any Evos. But yeah, here's the good thing about like this version of Amulet Haven. You can just go Frigg and not worry much about it because it's not your win con. You don't have to maximize it because it helps fueling your Jadelant. So now our Jadelant is like pretty good with the help of the Frigg. So it's like continuing your game plan even if you're not maximizing it, which is very good. Either way, this board should be clearable for Forest. They did waste the Fairy List, but you know. And healing, which is bad for us, because you know, we can deal a lot of damage, but like not too much burst damage outside of like Jadelant. So if they keep healing and they fuel their Sekka, it's gonna be not very fun for us. But they do only have 3 cards in their hand, so I just decided, well then, I'll just play the Jadelant. And you have to like also like measure yourself here. There is a temptation to play the Noah, but like don't, just because you have extra. That's like a neat mistake that I kind of sometimes still do on instinct. Like, oh, there's the 1 play point left, I'll just play this. Nah. Playing Amulets late in this deck is kind of like risky. Although you might make an argument if you had more Amulets in your hand, because you can like just proc it with Selena, but that's not our hand right now, so. Besides, they don't seem to have reliable clear for this. Because at first I was like nervous because they healed, but then I remembered, wait a minute, they only have 3 cards in their hand. And they only have 8 play points. So, you know, not too frightening. They are able to minimize the damage that they're taking, so we're not dealing lethal just yet. But I thought, you know, I'll play the Noah 15-15, because like you could play Frigg, right? But like it has limited board space, and we did not play Storm Amulets. So like if it was Storm Amulets, I would have played the Frigg. But because we didn't pop Storm Amulets, I prefer the Noah because at least they have to like answer 15-15 now, which is like possible only with a Sekka. So we force a Sekka here. But it does like give them time. The reason I play the Prisma Plume now is just to like threaten damage if they don't remove it, if we survive. But here we see the Elf Queen clearing pretty good. You can see here the Forestcraft followers at the left play are already 26. So basically if they have Sekka, they can remove this. At the same time though, that doesn't mean they can have easy lethal. They have to have like 3 Sekkas or something. So that's why I was like not too worried, because like they have to clear this 15-15, and to beat us, they also had to OTK us at the same time. Which is by no means impossible using Forest, but at the same time, it's kind of unlikely, so. And here we see, they miss 1 damage in clearing this 15-15. It's kind of funny. I just go face. Oh my god. That was pretty funny, not gonna lie. Alright, here we are against Dragoncraft. There's 2 decks right now, Face Dragon and Defense Dragon. Face Dragon is overwhelmingly the favorite among players, I feel like. You'll have to like see Ziff's Ziff or like Satio Genius's reports for that, but I feel like it is. And like Defense Dragon though has been rising in popularity bit by bit, I see on ladder, and honestly sometimes it's hard to deal with. Here I could go for like the Shady Priest turn 1, but like I've played like Face Dragon. It doesn't play too early, their Razias and stuff, so I decided to just threaten damage here. and I wanted to play a Prisma Bloom Bird and a Shady Priest here, just to threaten the banish and also threaten more damage. But I drew the Fortune's Vow, so obviously I'm gonna play the Fortune's Vow because Beaskull Arya is my favorite amulet and it's amazing. They're forced to play a non-overflow hypersonic and trade there, which is very good for us. So I just do this. Make a face. And then look at this. Turn 4. We have this hand. They just give up. So yeah, sometimes you can just early pressure and win. Alright, third game I wanted to show was against Shadowcraft. Shadowcraft is in such a weird position, and Shadowverse wins. I don't see too great win streaks with them. Probably like Aggro Shadow is still the best, which is kind of boring, but like, you know. Because of Shadowcraft, I kept the Shady Priest to play on 1. Just because, you know, they have early like last words. And last word Shadow, obviously. The second Shady Priest also kind of useful. Play Prism Plume here, because we can curve out to Fortune's Vow. They skip turn 2, probably just not wanting to risk the Shady Priest anyways. Which helps us a lot, because now we have 2 3-1s, and also Beaskull Arya. Removes the Fortune's Vow here, and play the 1-1. Pretty easy for us to deal with here, just play a Fortune's Vow again, and play a Shady Priest. The reason I'm like confident in playing the Fortune's Vows is because we have God's Loving Smite here, so we technically can just activate the Beaskull Aryas pretty easily. Here we see a 1-1, a 3-3. But you know what? We can remove both of them. But I choose to play this instead because we drop top deck it, and obviously when you have a Selena, you play the Selena. And look at this. Look at this turn 5 board. It's crazy. This is what I love about Amulet Haven, especially the current one. As you can see in our first game, it can like survive a bit of a long game with Jadalant, but you still don't lose the high roll potential of like Selena, and even without Selena, like you can just pressure on board with the 3-1s like we did in the last game. So it's very, very cool in my opinion. This new Amulet Haven. Much more versatile than like the last version. And of course, they just lose. Okay. So basically, I usually do 3 matches, but because we won so fast with Amulet Haven, I decided to give you guys a bonus game. And here's Runecraft. And here's our hand. Look at this beautiful hand. The best thing about amulets versus Runecraft is that your amulets don't even like... Your amulets can't be done anything about. They can't target it. Just magnificent. Another Warble Eager is not what we need. The best thing about this is, right, even if you don't draw Selena, we can still like pretty much pop off turn 5 with all these amulets that are popping off. But it's nice to set up for Selena in case we top deck her. And we don't top deck her. Kind of sad, but you know what? I'm just gonna play more amulets. You know, deny them targets because they're gonna evo anyways. There's the Greya. That's gonna be instantly removed by the unicorn altar. But they're just trying to spell this here. This kind of mitigates the unicorn altar, but I'm not too scared. Because we also have high roll. And look at this. Look at this much storm. It's so amazing. We can also just create a board anyways without using Selena, because remember, we have a cheap 5-5 here with a 4-4 board protecting it. And guess what? Whatever they play, it's going to be banished by Shady Priest. So this is actually a pretty pog board. It's pretty amazing, in my opinion. And they're at 21. Now they're at 19. So now they can play an or that. which also helps.
I've been spotted.
They let our stormers live.
Every shot is a miracle.
That's kind of a mistake because we could just sniper
We'll stop you.
and then evo the storm, then just go face and win. Easy game. Even if we didn't do that, we also had the Frigs, which always summon stormers at 7. So yeah, hope you like that bonus game. Alright, so that was Amulet Haven, specifically SCS list. I'm going to credit him in the description. But yeah, man, I love this deck. I really love this deck. It's so fun. Like, just setting up the big boards is kind of tedious in terms of like planning, but like when you do it, it's very fun. And when you high roll with Selena or like with the big amulet pop, it's just so great, man. And you can still curve out pretty well too. Like the existence of this 3-1 into this 3-1, it actually creates an okay like potential to like have an actual tempo board, and you have actually so much damage in this deck. Like Major Prayers gives you like damage from the Meow Scares, Venture Sniper gives you damage, Wisdom Bloom Bird has the potential to give you damage, Fortune Spell has the potential to give you damage, Graving Featherfolk, like even like a Roar of the Eagle, and then you can summon them back with Frig, and then you could just deal a bunch of damage, heal, and summon back the Stormers with Jadelon. So actually this is a very, very fun deck that's much more versatile than last expansion's Amulet Haven, I feel like. And so I really like it. There's also versions with like Anvil, but like personally I haven't tried it, and last time I checked Anvil was kind of too slow in terms of the countdown, but maybe that's good. So maybe we'll explore that one next time, but currently I'm using this list and it's doing pretty well for me. So anyways, yeah guys, thank you for watching. I hope you liked it. If you did, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, and if you loved it, don't forget to give me a sub, and like always, don't forget to have a great day.